Hello, my fellow car modelers. How are you doing today? Welcome to another episode of the Model Car Enthusiast Podcast. We're on our, what is this, seventh? I never remember. Seventh one. We have a guest co-host here, or panelist here, Jim Drew. And then the rest of the regular knuckleheads are here. Tim, Irvin, and, Mr. Hobby dude over that direction. Anyways, so I'm gonna leave this to Irv to talk about, because this subject was his idea, and it's a cool subject that all of us model car builders are very, very interested in and opinionated about. So Irv, why don't you just take off with it?
Well, back in the day, we had chrome that came in the model kit, and that was pretty much it. And you had some silver testers, silver paint if you wanted to do anything else. And then it kind of branched into, we had some foiling that we could use to do chrome. And then there were chrome platers who did chrome plating on model cars later on. But as of today, they've been retiring or getting out of the business, and we only I know of is one is now Spotlight Hobbies, who does chrome plating. But now with the introduction of all the chrome sprays and other things, it's kind of changed the ball game at home. I do know I only know one other person that's actually doing real chrome plating on model cars, and that's Bob Jurgen, who actually does his own actual chrome plating of plastic, but with real chrome.
Oh, wow.
But the sprays have really changed. I think the sprays have really changed as far as us as hobbyists not having to farm out our chrome to be plated, unless you want to do that. I physically did talk to Spotlight Hobbies as far as how that service worked, and he says that he's has a friend who's a large volume plastic chrome plater, so he doesn't. When you send stuff to him, it doesn't initially go. He has to get it grouped together as a bunch and then sends it over. So he's using a third party to have that chrome plating done.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think some people thought he was doing it himself, but he's actually farming that out. But he has to get a group of it together. He just doesn't get a tree in and send it over. He has to send it over in batches.
That always was kind of how
some level of volume to it.
Yeah, some level of volume on it.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And by the way, people who are watching, we all look a little zany here. I forgot to mention, this is our Christmas special. We got Christmas coming away. This is the last podcast before Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody. That's why, it's kind of.
Oh,
jeez. Is that just cider, or is that like?
No, it's just
Grandpa's
ginger ale. It's ginger ale. I forgot to stop and get eggnog this morning.
Oh man! And of course, Irv was sitting there speaking so eloquently and seriously about chrome plating, wearing reindeer glasses, and it was hard to keep a straight face. So there, we got that out of the way, and we can throw up the jingle bells over by Jim's head, and now we can continue on with this discussion.
Hey, if I can add one thing.
Yeah, please do.
Spotlight can do gold plating too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now that is good.
I have a C3PO that I want to get gold plated.
Me too. Do you have
There you go.
Is it the old MPC C3PO?
No, I got a 3D printed one.
Oh, okay. I have my old MPC one I built as a kid, and I wanted to go get that gold plated. I might have to send that to him then. But that's good to know. But I wonder how it's going to be, like what Irv basically pointed out, and kind of what we're talking about is, with all these chrome sprays and the technology and the chrome paint sprays, whatnot, the technology finally got here. We've been waiting for years for that. Do we really need the chrome plating anymore? Because
yes.
I've seen some of the stuff. I've seen a couple of models that you could not tell the difference. What do you think, hobby dude? You're one that you strip your chrome and use all clad.
As far as all clad goes, I've been using it since it was first announced that first year. And what's that, 16, 17 years ago. And it's, I don't, I hate to use the word mastered, but I have done it enough with different bases, white, gloss black, just, and tried stuff to get different effects. And I've gotten some good results. The thing is, of course, you got to be careful when you handle it. Um, the Revell Chrome is absolutely awesome. The newest thing out, and I haven't tried the airbrush version, but the paint on is self-leveling, is Fusion Firm, and the Fusion Firm is there. You go. Is that the airbrush, Irv?
No, I don't have the airbrush. I think this looks like Tim might have the airbrush version. Maybe
Is that it, Tim?
is that the airbrush
If,
version?
if the
Yeah.
airbrush
You
version
can
works
also
like,
brush it on.
and Tim, correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't have to put a black base under that either, do you?
Correct.
Is that the
Right. And
expensive stuff?
No.
This is the
if
cheap
it
stuff.
works, but the Fusion, um, Jim, you were saying about having the gold plated. They also make a chrome champagne gold. Fusion Firm does. So I've tried the brush and it works great, self leveling. But I have not tried the airbrush version yet. But
I've
Jim, if
been
you got that,
using
you could probably share more about that. But um,
the
I
Display
like it.
pen refill for
Hmm.
brush painting. That's pretty good stuff. We still have
Yeah,
durability issues.
I think with a lot of these, you just go into.
You can't touch it. You just got to mount it with a pair of rubber gloves and wash your
Yeah,
hands. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I
yeah.
just don't touch it. I prepare it, paint it, and let it sit until I put it on the card, and I don't ever touch it, or I try
Now
not to touch it.
the
When
Well, I
Fusion
have.
Firm has a clear varnish that you can put over it, though, doesn't it?
It does, but I'm an anti-clear on this chrome. Everybody wants to
On Chrome,
clear coat
I don't
their
want to do it
chrome,
either.
but
I don't either.
I use the Revell spray, and I mean I love the Revell spray, but it's just getting
Yes.
to the price. The price is like even for me, it's like oh when I go to pay for it, oh
Yeah.
you know. But I got a couple cans, so I'm gonna wait till I'm done with it. But I would like to head towards this because the price is very reasonable.
Yes, it
Uh,
is.
but I haven't sprayed it yet because I want to use up what I got. But I mean, we all have our methods of using this chrome spray or whatever that we're using. I mean, you have some guys who like it more with a blacker tint to it. The chrome in general. You have ones that want it a little less chrome, that they want that more stainless look, or I guess, or
Yeah.
I think it's personal preference. A lot of people say the chrome plating that we come in the kits is too chromy. So I think it
Yeah.
depends on the person and what your personal tastes are. I don't think there's a wrong way of doing it. I'm
No.
not a fan of clear coating the chrome because I don't see the purpose of having
Well, when
durability.
it starts to add depth, it takes away from the realism.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
part of the problem
Yeah.
with some of the kit chrome that I've discovered. Some of them are really good, but there's some that are it's either too thick in spots or it's just toyish.
yeah.
And Matt, you did a video on that, but
Yeah.
yeah, it does. It just looks a little more toyish.
Yeah, it definitely does.
I still think there's a place for sending it out and getting chrome
Oh yeah,
plating done.
Oh
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
yeah,
I agree with
Well,
that.
I've got if you don't mind, I got like 1 minute here. I want to talk about a project I did.
Yeah, go right ahead.
It was a Mercedes Benz race car, and the wrap on it was Mylar chrome.
Oh,
And I initially tried to do it in a spray chrome, like all clad, and putting the decals over it didn't work at all because you were handling it. So the more you're handling it, started rubbing off the edges and whatnot. So I ended up stripping that down, trying a different spray chrome. I think it was I forget who the brand was, and had the same issue with that. And then I said, well, in order for it to look the way it's supposed to look, I need to send the whole body out and get it chrome plating. And that's what I did. So
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
best
you
way
can,
for it to
and
look.
you know, you guys know
nice.
you can handle it.
Yeah.
Now,
Where did you send it?
did you clear coat that when you were done with the decals and stuff?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right,
Really?
That's the thing about real chrome plating is you can clear coat it with no issues.
okay.
So there
And
will
you're
always be
you're
there will
one.
always be a room for it. So
Yeah, I think
What
so.
made you choose to do that, Jim? Because I know that you're one that you usually do not clear over decals.
well, it depends on the race car.
Fantastic.
I don't like to get like show car chrome or show car clear, but I get it where it's
Sure.
shiny.
Yeah. Where did you send that off to get chrome plated?
He's not in business anymore. He used to do dashboard stuff for the automotive restorers.
Okay. Yeah, I knew there was a few of those around. They kind of been vanishing. EPA's been getting on them and stuff. And
But I bet Spotlight would probably do the same thing. So
yeah, I just
Yeah.
It
the
probably
thing
would.
that I always had issues with, what were there was Chrome Tech USA and there was Chrome Plus up in Canada, and both of them, like when I was doing my resin casting, always looking into getting things chrome plated. The thing was, is you had to have a bunch of it.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but the the issue I had with them is you always had to like time it right to get into this window when he had enough that he'd send to the chrome or whatever they were doing. And sometimes if you got at the too little bit too early, so if I had a bunch of stuff I needed chrome, I might have to wait a month or two or so before it even gets sent in.
Yeah.
And
well,
that
you make
always
it sound like you don't have any other projects.
well, it was kind of like it was, yeah. It wasn't for my personal use. It was like I was wanting to do it for the business for my resin casting.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'd build up a whole bunch of bumpers and everything that I need, and I would want to get those chrome plated. I guess what I had to do is start like just figuring out a good scheduling system. I never got it to work because it was too difficult because it seemed like when I wanted to do it, it's like, well, it's going to be 3 months before I have enough, I got to wait and get enough stuff to send in. So I just never really used it much. But with the I always hoped that there'd be this magical chrome paint that would come one day. The first chrome paint, like Irv, you talked about that testers, man. I remember that testers came out. It looks good for half a second, and then stuff was terrible. It was
Didn't
just,
they have one? Didn't they have one labeled chrome? I think they had testers.
oh yeah, I think I got a bottle of it. I should have
I
brought
think it was the same silver that they used for silver. They just put it a different name on it.
I know it pretty
Yeah,
much what it
exactly.
was. It was,
But
and
I mean,
then
back
Back in the
then that was the only game in town. I mean,
yeah,
that's what we
yeah,
used.
and then
And
there
it,
was a couple of chrome paints that came out. Like Rust-Oleum came out with a chrome paint, and the thing that I noticed about this, and this was probably 25 years ago when I tried it out. Um, the first time I used it, it looked really good, and then it's like just the can sitting, on the shelf. I go back to use it later on, like a month later or something, and it very quickly, sitting in the can went to just being silver. It wasn't chrome looking anymore, and I remember All Clad came out with some, and my thing was I always hoped to have. My dream was a spray in a rattle can, a chrome spray, and just
right.
waiting, just hoping for that because we started getting out. The All Clad was great. I used that a few times, but I'm very lazy. If I can use a rattle can, I do. I'll admit it.
Spastics had a
Yeah,
rattle can out.
yeah. I've never tried that. I always wanted to give that a shot. You got the
Yeah,
spastic,
right there. Tim's got some. What do you
but
think of that? Tim? What do you think of that?
I never liked it.
Never like
Yeah.
this.
I think it's way more expensive than the Revell.
Really?
I found a can of plastic oak back in, I think it was 89, and did some bumpers with it, and I was just tickled to death. I mean, it was chrome, plastic oak. And the next time I used it, it was just silver. I don't know what I did. I never could get it to work like it did the first time. Let's put it that way. I
I
even
think
bought a
all of
fresh
it has
can
a
to see if
shelf
it would.
life.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. I bought a fresh can and it didn't work either. But whatever it was that first time, hey, I was sold.
I mean, when Alclad first came out, man, that was a game changer. Like that was like a big deal.
Yeah, it really was.
I used that a lot. Now I thought it looked better on smaller parts than larger parts.
I agree with that.
I agree as well, but it still has a
Yeah,
black shadow to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
And
still,
that's good
I
on
mean, it
those
was
small
better
parts.
than it was better than sending stuff out all the time. But I used a lot of it back when it came out, and that was my personal opinion. I liked it on smaller parts more than the larger parts. But the new,
Yeah, I brush paint the display pen refill stuff. That works pretty
yeah,
good on small
yeah,
parts.
they're pretty good. I use them. I use the pens a lot. I have a couple different brands I use, but between that and the foil, like I hate doing wing windows. I hate foiling them, so I would foil. Now I just foil around the area, the edges, and I go with the chrome pen and just that to me makes me so happy not having to try to foil those little wing windows. I hated them.
And that's not a part you touch a lot anyway.
No,
So,
you don't touch them. I don't even want to do them the first time, much less touch them later on.
yeah.
So I think that's been these pens have been a really big. If I'm building just a shelf model and I'm
Yeah.
taking it on a show, I'll grab the pen before I put foil on it, just because it's not going anywhere. I'm just gonna have it on my shelf. So
Absolutely.
True.
I had a problem with I was buying the Molotov pens. I really liked the results, but it would, like what Mark was saying and what I said happened with the Rust-Oleum years ago, is after a little bit of time, all of a sudden they were just gray. They weren't
Right.
Yeah.
silverish
oh,
gray.
the,
They
the
were no
pen
longer
itself,
chrome. Yeah, the
yeah,
pens were, it just like they didn't have the shelf life. Once you cracked it open, it started ticking right there. So you better use it up. And so, man, those things are expensive. So I bought those Molotov pens a couple of times. I'm like, oh, I need to find something else.
And I think the longer you let the Molotov dry,
yeah.
weeks or whatever, the more durable it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
The
using.
Fusion firm, I think they said 72 hours. Is that right, Tim?
Oh
I
yeah,
think
at least.
I think it's 72 hours. The Reveal, I've let it sit 2 weeks, and it
Mhm.
takes a while.
Yeah,
Even in the dehydrator, it takes a while.
Yeah.
As far as like what I've actually seen results, the best looking chrome so far that I've seen out of the paint is the Revel. And I bought a can a while ago. I haven't used it. I'm hoping that it doesn't have a shelf life. And I don't know if any of you guys who've been using it,
That's
have
right,
you
Jim.
found it to go bad? I don't know if it has a shelf life and if it goes bad, but
I have not bought one. I saw the price and said, nope.
yeah,
Yep.
they are expensive. That's why I've been waiting for the perfect thing to use them on. I'm not going to just use them because they are expensive, but
that's
It's a
that's
great finish. It just is a long drying time.
yeah.
I saw Chuck from Chuck's Hobby Spot. He did this large scale Porsche, and the wheels itself. I mean, he did everything with that. The bumpers, everything. He stripped all the chrome, and he used nothing but out of the rattle can. He didn't decan it and airbrush it or anything. Straight out of the rattle can, he used that Revel, and it was amazing. It really was impressive. Especially the wheels. They looked like he sent them out to get chrome plated. So I was sold. And I saw on a couple other people in the club that I was in here locally used it, and it was like, holy cow, man, that stuff was pretty impressive. I'm just concerned about the shelf life. I bought a can and it's been sitting for a while. I haven't used it yet, so let's hope, because I'm gonna
Well,
be needing it soon.
pretty soon this will come with a financing available sign on it. It keeps
Oh,
going
I
up.
know,
I don't know
God.
where it's going to stop. It's like every time you buy one, it goes up again. So
How much is it now?
I paid
35, 36.
35.
Oh my
Holy
goodness.
I think it
cow.
started off at $29.99, and now it's over pushing 35. Irvin,
So I'm
have you
hoping
tried to decant that the
diffusion.
Revel yet? No,
I've had such good results with the way it is.
yeah.
Don't I don't try to decant it. I mean, you could, I guess. I don't know.
I'm gonna give it a try because it still to me is a little bit heavy, and maybe it's just I'm heavy handed with it. But um, I mean, it looks great. It's just I want to try to decant it.
Well, I
And I
use it.
think I
I'm
think it
sorry.
might have a longer shelf life too, being in a rattle
Well,
can.
yeah.
That's true.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might.
Well, I've got that um, Tom Daniels thing. I want to do the whole thing in chrome and then go back with the all clad candy clear red and go back over that. But I want to do it over chrome, not that bright red. So give it that Christmas ornament look.
I'm curious to see if that'll work because you know how lots of times they talk about, especially with the Revel, people have tried to
Yeah.
clear over it and it dulls it out. And I wonder
Yeah, I
if
was
that,
gonna say you might want to test that on a spoon.
yeah.
I
Now,
I actually did. Let's see if we can grab it here.
oh, good. We got a result here, huh?
And there it is.
Well,
Oh,
That's
there it
pretty.
is over the chrome.
oh,
Oh,
That's
that
that's
turned out
Revel
nice.
That's
that's
all
nice.
clad. That's just all clad red over chrome.
Now, is
over.
that the enamel red?
The candy, yeah, the candy enamel.
Yeah, because they have two different candies.
Yeah, you got the red, then you got a ruby. This is just the red,
Right.
but I think that's going to be unique.
Yeah,
Put that on the
that looks
motorcycle and the
good.
trailer first.
That
Then I'll
looks
do the
really
main
good.
body in that too. Well, we'll see.
Is that the cherry
That's the
cherry bomb?
plan. How those plans work, we all know, is usually,
We'll find out.
yeah.
Yeah. Now
I
I was
did
going to
that with
try something.
the lemon yellow too over that chrome, and it turned out kind of the same way.
Yeah,
And that's Revel
I'd like
Chrome.
to see how
That's
that
Revel
works.
Chrome.
That's over Revel chrome.
Okay.
One thing that
But now that stuff had been drying for a month
yeah,
before I did it. So
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
One
yeah.
thing that I want to experiment with is I picked up a can of water base clear from Mr. Hobby, Mr. Color, whatever they want to call themselves on the can there. But I saw that they had their water base clear, and I was thinking I wonder how that would work over chrome paint if the water base clear would not attack it and maybe it would stay
Mhm.
chrome. You know,
I don't
because
know.
there's one thing that I want to try to do is like with wheels. You know, I like to get into you got a chrome wheel or something. I still like to get in there with some detailer, but I'm kind of worried that with the chrome paint that you go in there with the detailer that'll mess the chrome up and wash like where it goes. It'll wash the chrome away or something like that and look all.
Oh, the Vallejo is acrylic and it might not harm it.
Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could try that.
And I think in that case, you're gonna have to do like Mark said. You're gonna have to let that dry a lot longer before you're doing that. If you're just using chrome as chrome and you're not adding a wash to it, you're okay probably within a couple. I let mine sit 7 days, but if you're gonna add some stuff on it, I'd say the longer it sits, probably the better off you are as far as
Yeah,
Yeah.
successful leaving the chrome, as chrome. But
Well,
yeah,
I did a
definitely.
video on Green Stuff World, their chrome too, and it looks great. It looks really good. The problem was you touch it. There you go, Tim. You
Love
touch it.
Tim's
stuff.
got them
Tim's
It,
got
all.
all the stuff.
it's worse than handling. It's worse than handling the all clad or anything else. Great finish, but it just and you got to put that over the black base too. But
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
it just
There was a chrome that I tried out that Jim, it was one that you suggested. Um, and I can't remember which one. I did a video on it, and I was really pleased how that chrome looked, and it was pretty durable. I mean, if you rubbed on, I was getting it to rub off, but I was kind of messing with it there right on the video. I can't remember if that was the Vallejo, Jim, or what's the chrome that you, because you said you have an allergy, so you were using this chrome paint.
Well, I have an allergy to super glue, but um,
Oh,
It was probably Spastics, if I have to say anything.
Really? Yeah, I can't remember because I got.
I did some window trim with that on a Lamborghini and years ago, and I would be hard pressed to rub it off now.
Yeah.
But I think it just gets better with age.
Yeah, I think they all would. So yeah, I think the trick is to find that nice sweet spot of you do it, leave it alone for a few weeks, and hopefully it's if it gets all set up, then you can do your if you got to touch it with detailer or whatever.
What is your go-to chrome?
Right now, I'm using the Display pen refills for just small parts. I don't have any large things to chrome anymore. When you're dealing with these,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no chrome.
there's zero chrome.
Well, a lot of the race cars nowadays, especially the modern stuff, and some of the vintage, you didn't have a lot of chrome on them.
Yeah.
Correct.
No,
You had
so-
some, but you didn't have a lot.
But for small
When you
parts,
get those,
I like the Display pen refill. It seems to be pretty good, right off a paintbrush.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You.
I remember going to car shows with my dad back in the 60s and into the 70s when you had cars on the turntables that everything was chrome.
Yeah.
Everything. I always thought about doing one of those like the old 60s style. Everything is chrome, rear end, drive shaft, the whole thing. But man, a lot of work.
Yeah, I've never been a huge chrome fan as far as a lot of chrome, all that stuff, but it's like I've always liked to have it for wheels and for, fixing the bumpers, bumpers that have that parting line in it. You want to sand that out, so that's always a nuisance.
That's what's great about this new spray chrome. Years ago, I wouldn't, I wouldn't touch even my model chrome. I normally didn't touch it anyway until I'm ready to put it on the car. But now
Yeah.
it's like you get that spray chrome. It's like, oh, I'm stripping those bumpers. I'm getting rid of those seams on the edges because even the new ones that come, they've been pretty good about hiding the seam on a lot of the newer kits. They've kind of engineered them where they're not out in the open like the old ones were. But it's like, yeah, it's a no brainer. I'm stripping them.
Yeah,
At least the bumpers.
Yep, and get it all polished out. Get the plastic polished out really good before you do anything.
Yeah,
That's important.
Yeah, definitely. The smoother the surface, it makes a big
Tim,
difference.
you've experimented with a lot of chrome. What's your go-to?
After all of them, it's the Revell Chrome,
Yeah.
and I don't think it's very expensive. But let me tell
Yeah, it
you,
is pricey.
Okay.
I don't think it's that pricey. What did I say I bought this on sale for, Matt? Was it 28
I think you got it for 25.
Something like that. Scale Reproductions, shameless plug from Louisville, Kentucky, my local hobby shop. They had a 20% off sale, and I bought the last couple cans. He gets them all the time, but with a 20% off sale, I bought the last couple cans. It was high 20 something with tax, so that's not a bad price. This is my third can I've used, and it's about empty. So I've got two other ones in the wings. So I've got a lot of a lot of history with using this. And what I have found out, it does not need any backer. I can spray it on anything. No black backer, no nothing. So that saves money versus the Spastic, which I used to use, which both these cans cost more than this can. And this is a black backer, and then they're chrome, and it still wasn't as chromy. So I really like this, and I've used I can do a lot of semi bumpers, and now I'm really big into the pulling tractors with those big tires, those big wheels in the back. I've done a lot of pulling tractors with this, car bumpers, semi bumpers, and everything. And I get a lot of mileage from one of these cans for a little less than $30. I wait till they go on sale. But I
I'm
don't think
thinking
that's
you
a
could
bad
double
price.
the life of it if you decant it and use it with an airbrush.
Probably.
True.
Yeah.
I'm a lazy painter. I'm like Matt. I like to walk outside. I walk outside and I spray bomb everything.
Yeah, I spray bomb all my clears, so yeah.
Yeah. Tim, that's an excellent point, because when you think about the time and the money, because you got to have the black base to put down, so there's money for that paint. That's a good point, because you are saving on that base that you put down for the all clad or for the green stuff world or any of the other ones. Excellent. Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely.
And it is good chrome.
It is. I let mine sit for about a month. Like
Yeah.
you said earlier, Jim, it's not like we've got other projects we're working on. If I'm stripping,
Possibly, yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
shoot it, I'll put it up, and I'll forget about it. And maybe a month later, then I'll get it back out, and then I can handle it, and it's just fine.
Excellent.
I'm in no
Yeah.
hurry when
That's
I
good
use
to
that
know.
chrome paint.
Yeah, I'm working on 5 cars at the same time right now.
Only 5?
Well, I'll let y'all know
500.
about how the decanting and the airbrushing go. I think I just like airbrushing it because I can control that a little bit better.
Yeah, I can
But
see that.
at the same, yeah, but I'm going to give that a shot with the Reveal too.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, let us know how that worked out.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll do that in the next.
Yeah, that's your homework assignment.
That's my homework assignment.
There you go. Well,
Well,
how
I need
about-
to shoot that chrome on that that Tom Daniels kit anyway. The body, the trailer, and the motorcycle. So,
Oh yeah.
and Irv,
Yeah,
I've been thinking about doing the same thing with a pie wagon.
I was thinking about sending you my pie wagon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been
Well,
thinking.
that would be proudly displayed. That is a gorgeous piece of work there.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a nice
They're
one.
fun. Mark and I have a Tom Daniels kit fetish.
We got a brotherhood thing going there for sure.
Like those goofy. I love those goofy. I know they're goofy, but I love them.
I like it.
I built a lot of them as a kid. You know,
Yep.
I grew up in that era where those were really popular, and those monogram kits. I don't know what was in there. It had a unique smell when you opened the box back then. I don't know if it was the tires or the
It was
plastic.
called addiction.
You're a box.
They
You're a
don't-
box
they don't-
huffer.
They don't smell like that anymore. It's those original kits back then. When you opened them up as a kid, they had a certain smell to them, and they don't smell like that anymore.
So
When I
Irv
did
is
my
always
intro
on-
video on doing that cherry bomb with the turbine engine, all that stuff, a guy put in the comments, you realize those were made for kids. I
Yep.
said, so?
No,
Yeah,
they're fun. But
So? I'm ready to go.
I tell you, I honestly,
Love
I've
it.
never been a big fan of those kits. I like my cars, the real looking stuff. I've never been a show rod fan, but I have a pie wagon. I bought it 30 something years ago, almost 40 years ago, sitting in my closet here. That for some reason the pie wagon has been barking at me, and I think I'm going to bust that kit out and build it. And there's something appealing about that model that I really like it.
Yeah.
So I think I might get out of my comfort
As I
zone.
recall, I built more of those pie wagons than any of the others. I think I remember doing the Tijuana Taxi. I think that as far as multiple times building the pie wagon, definitely, and maybe the paddy wagon.
Yeah, paddy
I
wagon's
did
cool.
something else with the paddy wagon, but
I was a garbage truck guy. I like
the
the
beer
garbage truck.
the beer wagon, maybe a couple of those too.
Yeah,
Oh,
beer
the
wagon.
wagon is pretty cool.
Yeah, but
But
they're
I tell ya,
fun.
I
They're
want
They
to
fun.
are absolutely fun.
Yeah, I want to get a hold of this new from Atlantis. Them redoing the Red Baron. I want to do a Red Baron now too, really bad.
I wish they'd reissue that 1/16.
I know.
1/16
Oh, that would
they
be
did the Red Baron.
fantastic.
Couldn't afford that as a kid. We had to get the little ones.
That would be
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one to get a loan for.
Yeah, I was. I grew up near Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and there was a hobby shop in Gettysburg called Gilbert's Hobby Shop, and I didn't know back then. I had no idea that they had the factory made built models to show at at hobby stores, and they had the garbage truck, and that's one of my favorites because they had one painted up really nice, and I bought a couple of them. That was always my favorite, the garbage truck. I have a couple.
I think I went in that hobby shop.
I think I've got one somewhere here. I was going to do something with it. It was, there's a certain person that rode around in a garbage truck because I was going to I was going to make a hot rod truck, garbage truck out of that. But I decided that wouldn't float.
We built a lot of those monogram kits. I did a bunch of those. They were easy. They were molded in colors. A lot of them we didn't even paint. I mean,
you had the chrome. Well, you had the chrome parts, and then you had the molded colors.
I don't
And
think
the
I've
chrome in
painted a
those,
lot of them.
the chrome in those were neat,
Yeah, they had nice
especially that
chrome.
red
Yeah, the
baron.
chrome in those was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
was
chrome
like,
on the Red Baron helmet was perfect.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
Well, I stripped my new one. I stripped it because I'm using
Right.
this
There
one.
he goes.
But I am worried about putting that decal on there. On the
Oh yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
That could be a little risky.
I would just trim that right up to the edge of the black,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a one
all the
shot.
way around.
It's gonna be a
Yeah, one shot deal.
Just
Yeah.
definitely let that cure a long time.
yeah.
Yep.
That's a good idea. I might spray that this week so I can put it away because I probably won't get it done for like 2 years.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
It should definitely be dry by then.
Right by then, right? It'll be tarnished by then. It'll start tarnished. I'll be the vintage one. But,
Well, I tell you, the other question we had going with this is, with all the technology with these chrome paints and everything we've got now, if you know those chrome companies that we mentioned earlier that were pretty much the standard in our hobby for a long time, their ads were always in Scale Auto Enthusiast and everything. They both kind of retired and went away. I don't think they went away because of chrome paints. But now with Spotlight Hobbies bringing back the chrome plating service, I wonder if their business will be affected because of the chrome plating, because of the chrome paint. If there won't be such a need for the chrome plating, I know that, like Jim, you did say there is definitely a use for both. But I wonder if it'll affect them, if they'll be able to continue on and do well with their plating services. What do you guys think?
well, he's using a third party, so I don't think he has. If he was plating himself, maybe. But since he's just offering it as a service,
Yeah, I was going to say that's not his prime service for
yeah.
Yeah,
us
So
either.
I don't
Yeah.
know if it would really affect his business that way. But I also don't know. I haven't seen anybody who's had it done. But I know a lot of this old school guys, if they're restoring promos or they still like that, chrome plating the way it's always been. So I mean, it just depends. I think a lot of the new school guys are going to be more into the spray just because it's available and like Jim said, a lot of the newer cars don't have a lot of they're building newer stuff. They don't have a lot of chrome on the newer cars like the stuff that from our day
Right.
has.
yeah,
In that
I,
way that guys building these newer cars, they're not dependent on chrome in general, even the spray, as say some of us that are building the older stuff that had a lot of chrome on it and stuff. So I think depends on what you're using it for and stuff. But that's my opinion on it. But
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I know two guys in our local club that are they don't like any of that chrome stuff. They actually do send it
yeah,
off to have it done. I mean, that's just their thing.
yep,
And that's okay.
yep,
I like the
That's
where would
fine.
challenge of doing it. I like the challenge of doing it myself, but there are some things that you probably just need to do it that way,
Mark,
especially if it's large stuff like you were saying, Jim.
Oh
Mark,
yeah,
where were they
stuff you
getting
got to
it done?
handle, and it rubs off if it's too big of a platform.
Yeah,
You definitely want to get it plated.
Mark, where
Like
were
that
they
helmet,
having
Tim.
it done?
I'm sorry. What was that, Matt?
Where were they having it done before Spotlight came into the scene?
They both had them sent to some place in Indiana, and that's all they said. I didn't ask specifically the name, but I can find out. But
Because
I
I
know it was
never
in
knew
Indiana.
until Spotlight offered the service recently, or at
What is
least
Spotlight?
advertising it.
little car company was I think the last guy to do the plating that just retired. Wasn't it
Oh,
Little Car
really?
Company? Spelled with a K,
Was
Little Car Company.
was he in Indiana?
I'm not sure where he was at, but I think he was one of the last guys that were doing. In fact,
Okay.
until Spotlight decided to offer this service, I think you couldn't get any model car chrome plating anywhere. I think Little Model Car Company was the last guy to do it, and he was getting so overwhelmed because it
How
used to
long?
have 2 or 3 guys doing it, so they kind of spread the love around. But then when
Yeah.
one guy was the one left, all that volume went to him. And if he's a smaller company that you couldn't handle the volume, I think he was backed up pretty far. I think when he announced he's retiring and wasn't taking any new parts, he still had months of product that he had to put out before he could officially retire. He was pretty
Yeah.
backed up from what I understood.
Okay,
Now,
If I recall
I want
correctly, this was a plastics company in Indiana.
Yeah.
Matt, I'll ask Todd and find out. He and Gerald find out where they had that done.
that would be interesting.
I want to
Yeah.
add a risk asterisk to the chrome plating world. If you do send it out, you're taking a bit of a risk because they have to put a coat of clear lacquer over it, and sometimes
Well,
they
yeah,
don't.
that's
They
true.
don't do a great job of putting the clear on, and you'll get deformities in the plating to a degree. And
Yeah, I've seen.
like I had to send that car body back and get it redone once. So
Oh, really? How did they take that? They took good care of you.
he just charged me for the reshipping again, but I couldn't believe he sent it to me the way it was in the first place because there were little lacquer bubbles here or there that I'm like, no.
Yeah, you can't, especially when that's going to be like the finish of the car.
But they're all
Yeah,
gonna
when
they're all gonna
when you're
put clear
paying for a
lacquer over
service, you
top
want
of
it to be
whatever.
Yeah. What was that, Mark? You said?
well, when you're paying for a service like from something like that, you want it to be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, we can
definitely.
screw it up at home ourselves, right?
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Oh boy, yeah. Very
We don't
good.
need to send it out to screw it up. And plus,
That's
you have the
I do a good enough job on my own.
That's more of a heads up warning for anybody listening to this podcast. So
Yeah, definitely.
Plus, also you have the risk of shipping that back and forth.
and there's that.
Yeah.
Doing the part. I mean, if you got something unique and that's something you spend a lot of time on preparing, and it's a one-off piece, and it's lost in the mail or destroyed, you have that risk also. I'm intrigued by Bob doing this actual chrome plating on plastic. Like, I'm intrigued by that. He's had a couple of videos. I don't know if any of you have watched any of that.
Which channel is that?
It's not a channel. It's Bob Jurgen. He builds those Pontiacs, those beautiful Pontiac.
Yes.
He hangs around with Tim Kalankowitz a lot. Him and Tim are close, but he's done these high-end Pontiac.
Yeah, they travel to a lot of shows together and stuff.
He's got a method he's figured out how to do home actual chrome plating on plastic. His models all have chrome plating on them. And
is it chrome? Somebody said they thought it was nickel plating that he's doing.
It's
but
nickel.
I don't know. I don't know.
He's done nickel. I think he does copper, then nickel, then chrome. But
it's not a vacuum chamber?
He's got like tubs and acid and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's a whole nother world. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So it's kind of.
Oh, it looks good. Oh, it looks great.
It's gorgeous. And then because I saw the process, and then once I got to see his cars in person, that's the kind of stuff he shows a lot of his process of how he does stuff. And then as soon as I see it in person, then I'm like all over looking at, the stuff that he's talked about. And it's pretty good. I know he's done some things in nickel because he wants that nickel look, but some of his stuff he's done in chrome. It's actually chrome plated.
That's on plastic?
On plastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And as far as the scale look goes, it is very realistic.
And it's a lot of modified stuff. It's not like just a piece of plastic. Like, he's done modifications to a lot of his things, and he's an amazing builder. He's got that one he just did. It's got dome lights in it. It's got he's got a little thing that turns the lights on and off, and you open the doors and the dome lights come on. You close the doors, dome lights go on. It's crazy the stuff he's doing.
Realism is really something. Even the horn ring on some of those 60s little horn ring, he'll remove that, chrome it, and put it back in as a separate piece. It's just unreal.
Yeah, his stuff is pretty amazing, but his chrome is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's another, area that, well, like Savino's, they have, isn't that their chrome like metal?
Yeah, it was
It
actual
is.
metal
Yeah, you
chrome.
can stick a magnet to that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it's something similar process, but maybe on a smaller scale. I mean, how do
Yeah,
they? How do they?
probably.
That's metal. How they put that on the?
They actually they take it to an automotive place.
So it's actually that's real. Like,
I was going to say, as I recall, that's automotive, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah.
It's an automotive chromer.
So it's real metal. That's why you can take a magnet and it sticks to their bumpers.
So at this point, Matt, you're going to have to put a link to all this stuff in your podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because anybody watching this is going to go, well.
Yeah. No kidding. There's still room for that chrome plating. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I got a few things I wouldn't mind sending out to that. Like you were talking, I've got that C3PO. If they're doing gold plating, I definitely like to get that done. I actually wouldn't mind getting some wheels gold plated, some stock car wheels gold plated, because
and definitely use a static brush before you do anything, because when you get trash in chrome,
Oh my goodness, I just bought a static brush. Those are amazing.
oh, they are.
Oh yeah.
Like, where you been all my life?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was like Mark was the one who started. He did a video on it and started talking about them. I go, oh, I definitely need one of those. And I don't know about that time. Tamiya was selling out of those things. I even had Felix's dad was in Japan, and I said, pick one of those up for me. He went into the Tamiya store. They were out at the time. These things were selling like crazy for a while, but that thing, I'd like to have a second one because.
Yeah, it's sitting right next to my paint booth downstairs. So
yeah,
Yep,
you
yep.
give every time right before paint, go
Yep.
over that. I'd like to
I
have
keep one at the paint booth like Jim, and I've got one that I take to shows with me to dust them off when I put them on the table.
Exactly.
Yeah, I quit using the tack.
How many of you discovered that it opens up and there's a little one inside?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on the
By accident.
end.
Well, not this guy.
What the?
At the end of the handle, Jim, pop that off, and it'll.
I'm gonna go look when we're done.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's a nice delight. Yeah, they don't even look at this.
Well,
mine fell off, so I knew it had it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
That thing is so great for getting into little crevices like in the interior.
Little bitty one on the other end.
Yeah, that thing is nice. So,
productive day. I learned something.
Yeah.
That just, how much is those go? They're kind of expensive, but that right there just even up the value of them. It's okay to spend that money on that. It's worth it because I can't believe how, even like before you take pictures of your models too, you run that over, it gets all the dust off. So,
but as much as we talked about this chrome spray, though, I think the game changer's been the chrome pens. Like, I really think that's really like, I mean, just think of that. Right now, we have chrome plating you can get. We got chrome spray of many different. There's like 30 different kinds of chrome spray. We got chrome pens, and we still have traditional foil. And there's also a couple of companies that make different kinds of foil. We don't. There's a couple of different. So you have right now, and I like using all. Like, to me, I use foil, chrome spray, chrome pens. I like a combination of all those. I think on almost every kit, I have a combination of all three. I don't just use one or the other.
And if you have a flat surface, not anything with any, morphic curves or anything like Studio 27 has chrome and gold decals in different widths. Yes.
Oh wow! Yeah, so that can be useful.
Yeah, I used their gold on my little boot hill model when I did that last year for the windows in the.
That was Studio 27.
Yeah, Studio 27.
I'll have to check that out.
I have to check that out too. Yeah, that's not one I've used.
That'd be cool doing like that 50s style Watson painting with the chrome stripes on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would probably work well for that, because you can bury that then in
Or
clear.
like the gold background for like a sign painter would do. You
Oh
could
yeah,
Oh, I'm
cut
gonna have
out cut out whatever you need and then put it
I
down
did
and
not.
then do your pinstriping yourself.
hmm
I did not know about them having those decals. I'm gonna have to get some.
yeah. I'd like to check them out.
Yeah, definitely. That's good stuff.
I'll have to do
But
that.
the chrome pens. What's the chrome pen that you've switched?
Molotov was the first, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
first.
I'm not real
Well,
pleased with
that
them.
we were known of. Yeah.
Yeah, that I can remember anyway.
But I was just not pleased with them because it just didn't have the shelf once. I'd go back to it a few months later, and it was just gray.
Yep.
I've been using these Zotevic. Get them on Amazon.
Yes. Okay.
Does it work the same?
It's the same. It's the same type. I do like the one has a really nice applicator on it. It's more like a little wedge. This I don't know if
Okay.
you can see that. It's got like a
Yeah.
pointy. It's got more of a point, like a beveled edge on it.
Oh, I bet you
It's
can
it's a
control
lot
that.
finer than like the round ones. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
and I've taken some of these and taken a razor and made a point out of them, made a flat point, so I have an edge instead of a round edge, more an edge. But these other ones I think are a little cheaper on Amazon than say the Molotov is. But I mean, to me, they all kind of work the same. In my experience, they kind of work the same.
And I
Um,
think Molotov makes replacement paint tips too.
they
That you
Yes.
can
do,
buy.
yeah. But
I've
they do
never
seem
used
like,
them.
yeah, they do seem like after a while they don't. And even these, I think after a while they don't seem to be. Chrome tends
I
to
was going to say some of my older Molotovs, they're just
they're dead to the world.
silver gray now. They're not. Yeah, there's a shelf life definitely on
Yeah.
those.
I think if you have one for over a month, it's probably dead. So,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
been my experience.
I enjoy doing the foiling around everything. I actually have a good time with that. I've gotten really into using this product that's from Ammo by Mig. That is, it's a really good deal because you get 5 sheets for almost the price of 1 sheet of bare metal foil. It's slightly, a millimeter or whatever, very minute, but you can tell the difference. It's slightly thicker than um, than the bare metal foil, but I think there's an advantage to it. It doesn't seem to get that crinkly look that sometimes the bare metal foil gets. It seems like bare metal foil, kind of as it ages, even when you have it on your model, tends to decompose. It seems like where this stuff from Ammo by Mig, and I use the aluminum sheets, not their chrome sheets. Their chrome sheets aren't they don't wrap around; they start to peel up. There's something different, but they're aluminum sheets, which I kind of like. That it's not so chromy. I like using it, but they look great and they polish.
I was
Which
going to ask if they polished up.
oh yeah, you can polish them up to look chrome. So I've done quite a few models now with using that and been very pleased with it. I had to the one thing because they feel a little thicker, but you burnish them out and you get the all the detail coming through on whatever you're chroming, and you just have to whatever you were used to when you're slicing it with your X-Acto knife, trimming it down on the body. You just got to kind of develop a different technique, a little bit more pressure and all that, and definitely use a fresh, brand new X-Acto blade when you're doing it with that stuff. But I really do like the results, and it doesn't seem to be decomposing. Like when you've had a sheet of the bare metal foil, you go to start taking a slice and peeling it off, and it comes off in slivers and stuff like that. It also seems to like not be so smooth on your models after a while. It seems like they start to get like little cracks in them and kind of crinkle up. Even if you clear over it, I've noticed it over some of my models that I clear over my my bare metal foiling.
I think it's the adhesive underneath the foil that's
Yeah, it
causing the
might
issue.
be. It might be that, but it just
Could
seems
be.
to
Yeah.
go away.
My last couple sheets of foil have been really good. They haven't wrinkled at all, and I've been buying mine directly from Bare Metal Foil. I don't
You know,
buy mine out anywhere.
That's
I
probably
want.
best.
I don't know. In theory, I think it's fresher, but it probably isn't. But
well, they
um,
had an issue there for about
it did have an issue for a while,
like
and
5 years or so, and I think
yeah,
they fixed that problem.
yeah, it's been the last couple sheets I have. It's been fine, but I tend to cut and lay mine like a pinstripe. I usually don't cut on the body of my cars, so I will cut it to thicknesses and lay it. And if I do cut on a car, it's like maybe underneath on the bottom or minimal amount. I tend to lay mine. That's just the way I do mine.
Wow.
So it just depends on your method. It's like everything else. Everybody's got their favorite way of doing something, and
Oh
whatever,
yeah, there's no wrong way if you get the result.
whatever way you're comfortable doing something, it's usually what. If you're good at one thing, that's usually what you're going to try to use in a lot of your methods, because you're good at it and you're comfortable with that, and that's the way I lay mine. I know a lot of guys like to lay a full big piece on it, but I lay mine like in layers and slivers. It's just the way I've done mine.
Yeah, so the chrome plating, chrome pens, chrome spray, everything like that. We've got so much now today that we, alternatives to go with. There's probably room for everyone to get their,
Yeah.
those suppliers of that. And you made a good
And
point.
everybody has their favorite.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a good point that Spotlight Hobby. It's great that they're providing that, and they don't have to rely on it as the business. So probably the fact that not as many people have stuff chrome plated like they used to, they could probably be sustainable. So it's good to have that, that service in our hobby, because I definitely can think of quite a few things I would rather do that than spray it.
I don't know what their turnaround rate. It may vary because of
It
amount of
varies.
volume that they get.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely they got to wait till they have a batch built up. So
Yeah. So I don't know if it's if their turnaround time is 3 weeks, or I would think it'd be at least 2 or 3 weeks. But
it depends. I mean, if
yeah,
how many they're getting in, it might, like what I found with the other chrome platers. When I wanted to have stuff done, there was times if they had just done a cycle and they were starting over again and they were getting more orders in, you could be waiting up to 3 months for it.
yeah. And I haven't read. It's been a while since I read the. He has instructions. I don't know if you can just send loose stuff anymore, or if it has to be on like pre-mounted.
I think you
Yeah,
got to pre-mount it.
I
yeah.
was
I
going to
think
say it's going to be mounted, I think.
yeah. Didn't Chrome Tech didn't you have the option of doing it either way, but you had to pay him
One of
to mount them?
one of
Yeah.
them
Think
you
Yeah,
had
it
back
might
in
have
the
been.
day they might have did it that way, but I think his you have to, and I could be wrong. I haven't read. I did read it when it first came out, but I think it's great that someone's still doing it. I mean, again,
absolutely.
and like Jim was saying, it depends on your project. You might need that complete, something larger or larger scale, like some of the stuff in larger scale.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I thought Fred's big scale Camaro looked really good with the chrome that he did on his. I really looked close at that. That really looked pretty good. Now,
And
Tim,
did
did you strip any of your chrome on your big scale
I
Camaro?
did on the two bumpers.
You did, and you used the chrome spray on that.
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I don't know what Fred did on if he stripped his bumpers or not, but his 3D printed parts that he chrome plated were very very nice.
I
They
believe he
were.
used the Revell Chrome. I'm not
I don't-
100%
Yeah,
sure.
and Fred says he primes everything, so I don't know if he used a gloss black under his or not. If he just had primer, but it looked very very good.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
seem
it
to
really
need
did.
it. It doesn't seem to need and that's kind of nice. Like the point that Tim said, that kind of actually with the Revell paint, kind of you get to cut down a little bit of the price of that paint with the fact that you don't have to put any black down. Specific glossy black has to be lacquer.
Now I've done a lot of the 3D kits from different, and I'm talking in general. I've done a couple kits from different 3D printers, and I've chrome plated a lot of 3D printing parts, and it depends on the quality of the actual printing. Depends on how much you can get away with either just straight chrome spray, or if you need primer underneath of it, or if you need also gloss black to kind of fill some of that in. Because some of that 3D printing, if you just have it chrome plated just the way it, or sprayed just the way it is, and you only spray it once, all those marks are gonna they pop out. It looks like that stuff looks great, and then you put chrome spray on it, and every little
Oh,
line that's printed on there shows up. So
Yeah.
a lot of it
3D printers leave a lot of witness marks, so yeah, you
does.
gotta
So it
polish it out.
depends on the product and who printed it, and the way it was mounted for the lines.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of variables in that, and some of it, some of it's almost impossible to sand because of the finite, you know, areas that you just can't get in there to sand. So sometimes you tend to need to put the paint on thicker to get it to cover some of that, or multiple layers. Some of my chrome I've done, like sprayed it with spray chrome 2 or 3 times to get it to fill in if I didn't want, if I was. Just depends on the quality of the part and who printed it. So
yeah,
there are variations in the 3D printing chrome that you want to chrome plate in some way, shape, or form, depending on who did it. Has different levels of work that you need to do to get the finish that you want.
yeah. It's all about prep ahead of time.
Yeah. So a lot of it, some of you can get away with not hardly doing anything to it.
Yep. And
Yeah.
some of them you can't get away with anything. I
Yeah.
have a Porsche 917 that'll never get built because the printing was so bad.
Yeah. So it
oh
depends
yeah,
on the level of printing of the 3D printed piece. So there's different levels of that. And even some of the good ones, they might have a bad day, and you get a piece that's not the best. So you still have to, it depends on the product that you have in front of you as far as the quality of the piece that you're going to chrome plate. But man, it's like painting black. Anything that's bad on that piece that you're dealing with, it's going to show up. And between chrome and black, there's the two colors that you're going to have.
Yep.
Whatever's underneath there, you're going to see it. So I had noticed that in a lot of the 3D kits that I build. You have to learn ways of hiding stuff that you don't have to.
yeah,
Yeah, you got to prep it like you're painting a black car.
And some of this with all that
yes,
little finite detail, it's like you can't use some of that. You just can't get in there to. It's like you can't really get in there to clean it up. I don't see how some of it. It's really hard to get it really looking really good. So
yeah,
that's a learning curve also
yeah, definitely.
with the sprays and stuff. So
Chrome,
Well, Display
chrome
makes a
everything.
motorized sander you could probably use.
I love Display's got a lot of stuff out. I got their sander and their this. I love this little grinder I got.
Yep.
This is awesome for 3D printed parts because it runs slower than, say, a Dremel, even a
What is
variable
And,
that?
speed
and
Dremel.
What is it?
and there's a whole nother thing where you can clip the end of a Q-tip off and stick it in there and load it up with some Tamiya polish
Oh yeah,
and use
Ah,
that to get into nooks and crannies if you're trying to, get your body polished out and you can't reach a
okay,
spot.
yeah.
It really works.
I
It
love
works
this.
well.
I've used this more than anything else. I think.
Yeah, it's been a game changer for me too.
Yeah, it's a
so
great
that's
product.
just what's it called?
It's Display,
Display?
Dspiae, and I don't know what the Jim. Do you know what the name of these things are?
Not off the top of my head, but you can what Display does is they remarkets, some other products and I think you can buy almost identical things from Amazon.
Oh, okay, all
Mhm.
right.
So
Yeah, I have a
just
couple. They're I love. I got their sanding sponges. The kits of
And I
sanding.
think they're
Hmm.
actually
They're nice. I love them things.
aren't they actually a manufacturer of tools for fingernails?
It could
Too?
be,
yeah,
might be, but I love. And that's I got those my spray outs instead of using spoons. I got those display spray out cards. They're
Oh,
off. So instead of spraying spoons, I use these, and then I put the different base.
Cards.
I put the different base coats underneath of them. So I got a Tamiya area, and then I got my all my things that they're like little spray outs, and then the bases are in different. Hold on, you have a white base, gray base, and a black base.
And what do they call this?
This is display color test cards.
Oh, cool.
So I do all my like when I did my tropical glitz, my candies. So there I did some just candies on top of. There you can see the difference of what certain
yeah.
colors look like over. They're just like professional auto body,
Colors. Yeah.
but they're
Yeah,
smaller. But
swatches. They're like
yeah, they
swatches.
just so I can see what, and then I just keep this book. As every time I get a new can of paint or something, I'll spray one of these and I'll write in what it is, how many coats I put on it, and I can just use this as a reference instead of having 50 spoons. I just got this.
Hmm.
That's a great product. So simple. I mean, you could probably
Easier to keep that in a box full of spoons because
Yeah.
I've got one.
Yeah, I don't have any spoons. I don't paint spoons. Well, or you already know that. Yeah, so it's great for that.
Yeah. Well, is there any other things you guys want to point out about this Chrome stuff? And
Well,
I just
figure
want
out
to tell.
which
Just
best, what works best for you, and have fun. But I kind of sway toward the Revell.
yeah.
But
Just
I
make
do
sure
like
your
the all
surf.
clad. I've used it for so long.
Just make sure your surface is prepped well and nice and shiny
Yes.
for anything.
definitely, Tim, and you've been
There's a
using
ton of different chromes on the market, and just
Oh, yeah.
experiment. Buy something and try it, and what works for one person doesn't work for the other, and vice versa.
Yeah, definitely. The same with techniques and everything.
Truth.
Yep. No right way to do this.
No.
Wasn't there something out that somebody was buying that was really, really expensive, like in the $75 range?
Yeah,
Of
that was
something?
the one I was asking about earlier.
What
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the name of that?
I can't recall. As soon as I
I
heard the
couldn't tell
price, I
the.
said, nah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There was one that the price was way up there, so I'm
I
kind
think
of.
it's a 2-stage process too.
Might be.
Oh boy, that's even getting more complicated for me.
Yeah.
I'll go with my Revell, spray it out of the can. Laziness that I have.
For that much though, it better be the best.
Oh yeah, it better be. That's for sure. Well, everybody, I'll tell you. Want to say to everybody out there listening, here we are. I guess we're closing out the year. This is our Christmas. Right before Christmas. Everybody have a wonderful holiday with your families, and we're probably not gonna. We're gonna get back into having more episodes here of this podcast probably next year. Then, so this will be the one to close out this year. Kind of a quick one for us because we started back in September. So, but it's been really good. We've been getting a lot of feedback, a lot of views and listens and stuff. It's been a lot of fun, and we have a list of subjects that we want to cover, and we're gonna a ton of other people that want to come on and get on the panel and talk about this crazy stuff. And of course we got the regular knuckleheads involved. Knuckleheads. And we've been having a good time. I want to thank all you guys who've been getting involved. Jim, thanks a bunch for jumping in. And
Yes.
you're
Yep.
definitely anytime
Anytime you want to have me come back,
oh,
just let me know.
I will let you
Good
know.
to see you, Jim.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you
nice
want to
seeing you
Yes,
come
guys
in,
Jim.
too.
Thank you. Good to see
Yep.
you with us.
yeah, it's
You guys have a great
Been
Christmas
a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been
and a happy new year.
Yeah, just I just hope that you take this hobby as something fun, and it's not it's not the most important thing in the world, and be kind to people over the season. A lot of people, you know, there's a lot of sadness with this season, so keep that in mind when you're talking to people, and be nice. And um, just remember the real reason of Christmas is Jesus Christ our Lord, and you know, just be nice to people. That's it. All I got.
Yeah.
Just everybody have a happy Christmas and a happy New Year. Stay safe. I use this hobby as keep my brain straight, and just don't stop building.
Merry Christmas. Hope y'all have. We've been talking Chrome, so y'all have a shiny Christmas. Have
There you
a
go.
good one. And as Irv said, remember the reason for the season. Christ is born.
Hope everyone enjoys the holidays and get to the model bench and get some modeling done. I know that's what I'm going to do.
That's right.
That's good advice. I think I should take.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Tim?
Oh, just I agree.
Yeah, I know. Everybody, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for dropping in with us and watching us and giving us the thumbs up. And, you know, get down into the comments below. You got whatever experience you have. We want to hear from you. We all get on there and read what you have to say. And by all means, you know, we definitely speak about your experiences with Chrome and what you prefer to do. So it's all part of all this getting interactive with all of us. So have a great Christmas. Have a great happy Hanukkah. We do both that here in this house. And yeah, everything, man. Have a great New Year's and be safe for another year of heavy duty modeling. There's great kits coming out. Bullwinkle up there says, be safe. Thank you all, and Merry Christmas.
That's a wrap.
Merry Christmas.
Is everybody ready for this? What are we talking about?
Hey, it's your topic.
Actually, it's Irv's topic. I might even put him up here. He's gone.
Whoops.
There you go. Well, we gave you the upper screen there. You're bigger than the rest of us then.
Nice.
Nice.
I've never been in this spot before.
Well, you did come up with this subject, so we'll put you in the daddy seat.
I think everybody in the model car world has an opinion on this subject.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pretty wild subject, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it can be very heated too, and possible violence.
Well, I guess, you know, back in the day, your option was plastic chrome plating if you could find a place to do it. And then it branched into this first spray chrome that goes over the black paint was the Alclad. And then all of a sudden we had almost all the chrome platers of plastic kind of retire or get out of the business. And then we were kind of left in limbo. And then we kind of went to the chrome sprays, like generally a whole bunch of them. Spotlight Hobbies still does chrome plating. I talked to him a while back. We were looking to
hold on. We might as well start the.
Yeah, let's start it because
let's start it.
Oh, we didn't start yet?
No.
I thought we were already going.
Yeah,
No,
apparently we're not.
I didn't even get
Back up. Back the bus up.
Do my intro yet. Jeez.
Let Irv do it. He was going good, and you just derailed him.
Fine. There we go.
Yeah, take 12.
I can't remember what I said.
You were going good, Irv, and he derailed.
Yeah, you're rocking, and I go, oh, he thinks we're doing the podcast. It's never. The podcast is never going until I say,